He stole America's hearts 5 years ago as the Bachelor, and now Ben Higgins is showing us another side. In a new memoir about his life, he shares his past struggles with addiction, loneliness, and then ultimately finding true happiness today. Here to tell us all about Alone in Plain Sight, searching for connection when you're seen but not known, we want to welcome in Ben Higgins. Ben, thank you so much for chatting with us today.
Hey, I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So first thing I want to ask you, or talk about rather, is this kind of all got started when you were journaling your thoughts and feelings, and it kind of turned into a book. So explain to us that process.
Yeah, okay. In short, here's what happened. Thomas Nelson came to me and said, "Hey, would you ever want to write a book?" And I said, "Of course I would. That would be awesome." And they said, "Okay, what do you want to write about?" And I said, "I don't know, because if I get one chance to write a book, I want to write a book that I felt like people could learn something from, gain something from, connect with me within." And so I thought about this journal that I've been writing over the last few years about my deepest struggles, my deepest pains, my thoughts that made me feel less than. And I was like, I'm going to turn that in the book. And they agreed. And that's where this book came from. It came from my journal and kind of the themes throughout my writing, kind of in my private time.
I love that. So a little bit a deeper, more intimate side of you, which has been really cool to read about. And, you said this is not a Bachelor tell-all, but you do talk about your relationship with Lauren Bushnell, because that was an important part of your life. So just explain a little bit more about that as well.
Yeah, it's not, we've both moved on, and life's really good for the both of us. I mean, I would assume it is for her. It's really great for me. But it is a part of my story. And I think especially in the chapter, there's a whole section on romance. Breakups are a big part of that, and the breakups teach us a lot. And so that has to be mentioned in the book. I don't want to go into too many details. In fact, that breakups taught me a lot. It's led me to where I am today, and I think she would probably say the same thing. So it does give some details around what that looked like, kind of behind the scenes. But this isn't a tell-all. It was never meant to be one.
Great. And, of course, you talk about some deeper things in your life, some dark points, we could even call them, like having an addiction to pills at one point. So were you nervous at all about sharing those thoughts and what you've been through?
Yeah, I mean, I was more anxious. I think, it's a part of my story. And once again, I wanted this book to be a part of my story, because the whole hope of this book is that somebody reads this and they feel less alone by reading it, because it doesn't only tell my story. It actually tells the story of a few people from Denver who have incredible stories that I wanted to highlight and share. And so I just wanted somebody to read it and go, I'm not alone. And addiction is a thing that many people struggle with, that many people are still existing within. And so I wanted to use this platform and this book to speak into that. So I wasn't nervous about that part. I was anxious about how people would respond. And so far, people have responded with the sentiment of, hey, I'm either know somebody that's addicted to opioids, or I myself am. And this book helped highlight kind of what I'm feeling right now and put words to the things that I can't process. And that's a win for me. That is enough.
Well, Ben, thank you so much for joining us again, everyone. Alone in Plain Sight, out right now. You can find it on Amazon, on all the major bookstores, and online.